are just about to board the plane. As you can see, no queue whatsoever for this flight. A couple of speedy boarders who paid to board are already sat on, but just me left really, and a couple of others. Off to Hamburg and an inaugural Parkrun, which I've never done a European inaugural before. They're quite happy for people to turn up at their first event, so just getting on the plane, and we'll catch up when we get there and how to get from Hamburg airport to where I'm going, Krupunder See. So once you come out of the nothing to declare at Hamburg airport, you just turn to the left and you go down here, and there are signs as you can see for the S-Bahn, and you want the train in the direction of Wiedel. That goes into Hamburg city centre. Unfortunately my train journey that I want to do, they're doing work on the track today, so I've got a bit of a more complicated journey, but for where I'm going, normally you would just go into the centre and then the S3 line would go out. So here we are at the trains. So we go down the escalator. There's some ticket machines down here, but if you use the app, it's easy just to buy a one use ticket to go from the airport to wherever you're going. It works on the trains and the buses, trams, whatever mode of transport you want to use. So normally, like I was saying, I would use the S3 once I got to the city centre. The other two Parkruns, Moorbeek and Alstervoorland, are both on the U1 line. Really easy to get to. So as you can see, there's some ticket machines there, and then you just go down here again to the platform to get the train into Hamburg. As I said, I'm going to sort of change Ohlsdorf and get I think it's the U1 line, I think it is. Just one stop to Ohlsdorf, oh sorry, a couple of stops from there, and then I'll get the bus from there to Krupunder, which is where the new Parkrun starts tomorrow. So we're nearly down at the platform now. You see the train's in, it says Wiedel on the front of it, and that goes into the centre of Hamburg. So the app I used is called DB Navigator. You just download it onto your phone, you put in where you're going from and to, and it shows you the journey. You can do it on a map, shows all the stops and everything. And here you can see this is a train, this is going towards Wiedel, and this goes through the city centre. Ohlsdorf, which is a good place to change for the U1 line, which goes to the other two Parkruns. That's the first stop that you get to. You get off at Ohlsdorf, the first stop to get on the U line, the underground. You can see the line is just across there. So this station is a good station to change to the U1 line. I'm just going 2 stops, then I'm going to get the bus to Krupunder. Normal days you would go into the centre and then get the S3 line, which goes straight there, but they're doing works on the track this weekend, so there's a bus replacement service, so it's easy just to go from here, 2 stops, get off, and then get the 281 bus that'll take me right to where the Parkrun is. If you were going to Moorbeek Parkrun, the other platform that goes to Norderstedt, opposite direction I'm going, and it's the last stop on the line for that Parkrun. So I think tomorrow morning, through that little gateway there, that's the start of the Parkrun. And this is a hotel I'm staying in. This is the closest I've ever been, I think, to a Parkrun. Morning Parkrunners, I'm at the hotel and I'm just about to set off for the Parkrun. It's 8:20, and if I turn the camera around, that is the start of the Parkrun just there. This is Krupunder See Parkrun. It's a new Parkrun. It's the inaugural today, the first one, and in Europe they don't seem to mind people turning up for the first Parkrun. Not like in the UK where they can get overrun, so I shall cross the road and meet up with the other people. Well, I can see them here with all the brand new equipment set up. Hope they've got a sign, a Parkrun banner sign. So there aren't really a lot of stats for this Parkrun. Krupunder See Parkrun, 18th of January 2025, and it's event 1 today. My stats: 364th run, 209th location. Parking is next to the start. I'll just film that in a second. Café in the hotel Krupunder Park, which is just across the road. That's where I stayed, and the toilets are in there as well. The course, it says 3 times around the lake, and then followed by a 400-metre out and back section. All on forest paths. It looks fine for road shoes today. Doesn't look to be any puddles or mud or anything like that. It's a bit of a cold, misty day this morning. Getting here, normally you would get from Hamburg the S3 line, but they're just doing some works on it at the moment, so there's a bus in between. I came straight from the airport and then got a 281 bus from not far from there. Just took a train 1 stop, underground 2 stops, and then the bus. But using the apps, it's really easy. It gives you the route and when to get off and where you are on the route as well. So if you do drive, this is the car park right by the start. As far as I can see, it's free. I don't think you have to pay. And as they have in lots of European countries, bike racks to lock your bikes up. And then the start is just through here. You can see everybody stood there. This is the lake we're running around. It's a misty day today, and there is ice on bits of the lake as well, you can see.
Yes.
One of the boomerangs here from Australia.
Yeah, you must know about it, surely.
Schleswig-Holstein und da gehört das irgendwie mit zu tun. Eigentlich hätte ich die Ansprache dann auch auf Plattdeutsch machen müssen, aber kann ich nicht so gut, deswegen ist es nicht hin. Deswegen der lieber. Also, moin, mein Name ist Ralf Behrens und herzlich willkommen beim ersten Krupunder See Parkrun in Halstenbeek. Solltet ihr Fragen haben, wendet euch bitte an unsere Helfer mit den Westen. Also entweder steht der Helfer drauf oder Schlussbegleitung, Laufleitung, das müsste alles dann sein. Our helpers in the high visibility vest. This one. You can run or walk parkrun.
It's only 100 feet to the start, and they have a tarpaulin to put bags and belongings on.
Nochmal herzlich willkommen! Die dritte Rede! Herzlich willkommen zum ersten Parkrun Krupunder See. Hier geht's jetzt gleich los. Ich würde vorschlagen, wir kommen alle einen Tick nach vorne, weil das erste ist direkt hier. Dann müssen wir nicht dreimal darüber, nicht 4-mal rüber, 3-mal müssen wir jetzt schon noch darüber.
So we're just about ready to start the first ever Krupunder See Park Run. Countdown from 5 in German. And we're off. 2 fast runners off there really quick. It's 3 times around this lake on the right in a clockwise direction. Very, very flat. And then when you've done 3 laps, you come the way we're running now for about 400 metres, do a U-turn, then come back towards the finish. Imagine in winter after rain it could get quite muddy on these paths, but today they are nice. I've got road trainers on and they're absolutely fine on this this course. You can see the front 2 are disappearing off now already. Trying to do my steady start that I do, although my time seemed to have slowed down a little bit this last month or so. Need to get back into training again, but winter cold weather doesn't help. You can see they've got lots of little cones out to stop you going wrong anywhere, and they have got some marshals on the course, they said, at the points where they needed. You can see this bit on the left is where the U-turn. So once we've done 3 laps, we'll come back down to here, round the U-turn, then onto the finish. But this is just the first lap, so we'll just continue around this way. I'm into a nice easy pace now. I think I can pick my pace up a little bit. I should be able to pass these two. They seem to have set off a little bit faster than me, but they've slowed into their pace, and I'm just going to pick my pace up a little bit now. The idea is I want to get to the end of the first lap, feel okay, knowing then that you've just got a second lap where you can pick the pace up. Third lap is hanging on to the finish then. I expect this is one of those courses that will change during the season. There's no leaves on the trees, and it's misty today, unfortunately. As you can see on the map in the top left, you do go away from the lake. Half of it's running around the lake and then half of it just on this trail path through the trees. Very compact today as well, although it is cold. I think I'm probably one of only a couple in shorts. You can tell on the Northern European and Scandinavian park runs, the English tourists, they tend to be the ones with shorts and a t-shirt on, whereas the locals have winter gear on. See on this little bit here, you can just see that's probably somewhere that after rain's going to get a muddy puddle on there. Possibly in the worst weather it'll definitely be trails. Thank you. So this is the one bit where when we go through here we're then going on to proper paths. It's probably only 100 metres long, this section. See on the map, we're just going to turn round to the right, follow the path round, and then it's not far back to where we started the park run. Harder on laps to talk about things. There's no undulations on this course, it's totally flat. I feel quite good at this pace at the moment. I've lost sight of whoever's in front of me, although I think I can hear a couple of people behind me actually. Plenty of chances if you want to get past people. The paths are all nice and wide as well all the way around this course. Not really any narrow parts at all. I can see the building on the left, which means it's not far now. We're almost back at the start. So if we get here, yeah, you can see where they're all stood. This is where the finish is, just on the left, just there. Thank you. So that's the first lap done, and after the third lap, like I said, there's that out and back section. You come back the opposite way to what I'm running and just finish where they were all stood there. There's a big bit of tree root across the path just there, and that's the start. That's one lap done. Starting the second lap now. Funnily enough, I actually feel really bad at this point. It's as if, even though I'm not sort of at a fast pace, I just feel as if I'm struggling. I'll see if I can hang on. I can hear someone behind me, I'm sure. Sounds like there's a couple of people close behind. Just trying to tell myself that this is the second lap. Once we've done this, just one more quick lap, then an out and back section. Trying to motivate myself. So again, as we come past here, you can see on the left, this is where the U-turn will be after we've done 3 laps. Catching the tail walker up. This is Ralph. I met Ralph at the other 2 park runs in Hamburg.
Thank you, Ralph.
Very nice guy. Loves park run, as we all do. And he was photographer today as well. I think when I go through this patch of where I feel like I'm really struggling, I try to concentrate on, think about things other than running. And I do feel like maybe I'm coming out the other side of it now. I didn't ease my pace off, I just kept going and I pushed through that tough little patch. I'm just keeping going now. There are a lot of people here today who've never done parkrun as well. It's nice to see them all coming out for the first one.
Thank you.
Lots of walkers here today, which is nice to see as well. Definitely getting close, whoever was behind me. It sounds like they're pushing a pushchair as well. But they don't seem to be coming past. Maybe when we get on this little bit here, they'll get past. Just trying to see in my peripheral vision there. Yeah, there's 2 people behind me. One of them's pushing a pushchair. Always impresses me that people who can run fast and pushchair around as well. I think those 2 behind me are pushing me on a little bit as well, because obviously it's not far now to the end of this second lap. And then it's one more lap in the out and back section. Yeah, I can hear them now. They're right behind me now. These are the 2 park runners. I'm expecting them to come past any second. Although I've thought that for the last minute that they were going to come past any second, but maybe they're just running at my pace.
Thank you.
Still not come past, which surprises me. I was expecting them to be past me by now. So as I said, that's the finish on the left just there, which we come the other way. That's 2 laps done. Just 1 more lap now. And they're asking us now just to run on the right round these cones so that when the fast runners come back the other way, they'll be on the left hand side coming towards us. Feel okay at this pace as well. Feel like that bad patch that I went through has disappeared now. Can't believe these 2 behind haven't come past there. I can hear them right behind me, so I'm expecting them to pass at some point. It's hard obviously because I'm trying to pass people as well. I'm trying to keep out of the way in case they want to get past, especially as one of them got a pushchair. Here he comes. That's one of them. See if the guy with the pushchair is, coming past. Surprised me as well because it's not even a running buggy that he's got there. It just looks like a normal pushchair that he's pushing with smallish wheels as well. Very impressed. So next time round we'll go to the left and head back to the finish. Now these 2 must be last lap, pick the pace up. I can't stay with them. I'm definitely running at my maximum pace now. So I think when I counted from the start, I was about 6th, got up to the 4th, and then these 2 passed me, so I'm back in about 6th place at the moment now. 6th or 7th, somewhere around there. I try and just sometimes track my position, just gives me something to take my mind off running and being tired. But because it's the last lap, I always find that gives me a bit of motivation knowing there's not too far to go now. We're pretty close to 4 kilometres now, not far away. As you can see as well, it's quite easy, even though there's 116 finishers I think there was today. You can get past people quite easy. This little bit there is the only tiny little narrow bit, but that's only a couple of steps as you go through. It's nice and wide here all along here for about 100 metres. Turning right, back to the lake. It's a lovely course this. It'd be nice to come back when all the trees are in leaf in spring, and when it's a nice spring day as well, blue sky. It would probably look totally different at different times of the year. The two that passed me have just eased away now. I can't hear anyone else behind me at all that's with me. One thing that is nice, when we've done 3 laps and we do the out and back section, as you turn, you'll be able to see if anybody is close behind you or how far behind you people are. Here's Ralph again. Photographer, tail walker, first timers welcome. He may have even done a few other roles setting up as well today. Here we are back at the start. That's the finish. No one seems to have finished yet. That's good. So we've now got, I think it's about 400 metres out and back. So I'm going to keep an eye for someone running the other way. And then count my position where I am. Can't see anyone coming back yet, which surprises me. I thought the lead runners, they're sort of too fast, would have been heading back by now. I expect to see them soon. Still no one coming towards me. That's strange. Keep looking out for people because I could see the two that passed me, and then the other guy we were getting a little bit close to him. That was probably in 3rd place. He is, in fact, that's the guy. That's the guy that was in 3rd place. That's strange. See if I can see the two that passed me, one with a pushchair somewhere. I think I can see them coming. They've just gone round the U-turn and just coming back towards me here. Yeah, that's the guy. That's 2nd, 3rd, I'm in 4th place. I suspect someone at the front has gone wrong. Someone's not been paying attention to the course from the first timers welcome. This is the bit I like now because you can see everyone else. Chatted to so many before the start. It's a good job that they all speak English because I know a tiny bit of German, but not enough to have a conversation. I feel good at this point. It's always nice when you know the finish is almost in sight, not far away. And there were a few sort of, when we're at the turning point, fairly close, but not close enough to feel that they'll catch me at all. And just back to the lake on the left there. Maybe just a couple of 100 metres now to the finish.
Thank you, Ralph.
And Ralph again. I'm just going up to Marcus and his wife. I met them in Norway, Eckersberg, Sletta. Can't pronounce it even. There's pushing on not far to the finish now. Here's the combs, maybe only 30, 40, 50 feet to the finish. Or maybe a bit more than that actually, 100 feet maybe. And here we are at the finish. That's it. European inaugural park run done. Get my token.
Thank you.
It says fourth. Turns out the front two did an extra lap.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where are you from?
From England.
And where there?
That's it.
Sie versuchen es. Ja. Nicht genug Freiwillige. Super. Super, wir fahren doch. Stark. Ran, Katschin! Sauber. Warte, stopp, geh mal da runter. Ja, komm, ich hab doch alles drauf.
Well done.
Super! Geschafft! Nur noch hier lang! Dann ist es geschafft! Super! Super! Das war zu viel in einer Woche.
Ja, das sagt jeder.
Und dann halt noch den 10 Kilometer laufen.
Ja.
Vielleicht Wasser, ne?
Danke.
I think it's such a generic
Bus review, lovely course around the lake, probably look better when it's not misty morning. It's flat, there's not really any undulations at all, you know, maybe up and down a few inches as you go around different parts. It's pretty solid, the ground. I can imagine you could get puddles after a lot of heavy rain, but I ran in road trainers today and it was fine. Front two did an extra lap. They obviously didn't pay attention to the briefing, so I actually got 4th place today. I should have been 6th, but my time will be correct because the first two did an extra lap and didn't cross the line till they'd done that. So it's like 3 laps and then an out and back section. You go about another 400 metres past where the start is. There's a U-turn sign, it's quite clearly marked. Go around there and then come back to the finish. So that's the park run done. It's just the tail walker waiting to come in, which is Ralph. I've met Ralph before at a few different park runs. So we're going to go to where they go for a coffee now, which is in the hotel, which is just across the road. So we'll go there and film in there. So across the road is where the park run is, and as you come into the hotel, we've just got this room on the right for drinks after park run, and some people are having breakfast as well. So I would have got the train here yesterday, the S3 line, but like I said, they were doing works on it, so I've just walked back. As you walk back to where the bus stop is, it's literally another maybe 100-200 metres to the train station, but I'm going to get the bus back anyway in towards Hamburg and spend the day there today. It's Hamburg Central Station. It's fairly easy to find the trains that are going to the airport because there's usually lots of people with suitcases on the platform. So it looks like platform 3 is the main platform that goes back to the airport, and this is where you come in from the airport as well on the train. Although, like I said, at Ohlsdorf you can change onto the underground line there for one of the underground lines depending on where you're going. Bus stops are really easy and they all have the number of the bus that stops there on them.
Ani troszkę, nic kurwa nie było. Auto jeździło, nic nie mówiało, nic nie stukało. Przez te progi zwalniające to 60 na godzinę.
The train that comes in on platform 3, it's the first 3 carriages go to the airport. It does say on the screens, but it's worth walking towards the front of the train just to make sure, and there is the markings on the floor that tell you that where you can get to the airport, where you need to board the train. I'll just show you again. So the next train into Hamburg is on platform 4 this time. It was platform 3 and it says on the front of the wheel. And to get back into the airport I want terminal 2, which is this end. There is a sign, terminal 2 is this end, terminal 1 is the other end. One thing to note, when you get to an escalator, if it's not working or it looks like it's stationary, in Germany escalators can work in both directions, so only when you walk towards it and get close to it will it set off. So we just go up this escalator, then at one more level, and then you're in the airport. It's as easy as that. When you get to the airport, you come up 2 levels. Departures, you then go up another level with the escalator, and the gates are on the right hand side over there as you come up. This is a bag check-in if you've brought a large bag with you. Otherwise you just go to the right this way for security and all the gates. That's another Parkrun adventure done back at the airport. Flight delayed by a little bit as usual. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy them. It was nice to do a European inaugural Parkrun today. Please give me a like or subscribe. I noticed that 70% of the people that watch don't actually subscribe to the channel. Subscribing just means you get a notification at worst, doesn't mean you have to watch them. So that's it till next week. That's a wrap.